Welcome back to Tea and Stuff, Asian Snackies Part 2. I brought my buddy Chris back.
Aloha.
We're going to sit here. We're going to taste each of these wonderful snackies. We have some from South Korea. We have some from Taiwan. We have some from Singapore. And we're going to go through tasting these. And we'll give our impressions of each. And then at the end, we'll sort of sum it up with what our favorites were. But enjoy. Maybe a little ASMR. And let's go.
Let's feast.
So first up, we got Hello Panda. This is actually a pretty accessible snacky. I know Walmart sells these. They're in most, like, a lot of, like, even comic book shops that have a lot of anime and stuff like that.
I find them everywhere in the most random spots.
They're really popular here and overseas. It's basically just a biscuit that has a hollowed out center, and it's filled with like a creamy kind of icing. These ones are strawberry, because I'm a major sucker for strawberry. But let's give these a go.
I feel like they're the best lunchtime snack.
They really are. They really are good. At our break room at my part-time job, they often have these, and like, it's so great to start a shift with a bunch of Hello Panda.
Classy establishment.
Dump some out. Dump a couple out. So yeah, they're cute. They're shaped like they're shaped like the head of a panda. Get that, yeah.
And they got little different images.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they
some
do.
of them are like.
Some of them have like writing
very
on them.
well, and some of them you can't. But
so they've got
it's still kind of fun.
They've got that cute little writing to them. All right, so cheers.
Yeah.
It's like a it's got the consistency it's kind of like a graham cracker a little bit.
They melt in your mouth a little bit more though than in a graham
like
cracker.
A butter cookie.
Yeah.
They melt in your mouth
cookie.
like a butter cookie.
And then you get that little strawberry like kiss.
Yeah, these are fantastic. Yeah, so like I said, these are pretty easy to find. They're not overly expensive. Probably a place like Walmart would be an American's best shot because it's probably going to be the cheapest. Yeah. So I give this, just snack by snack, I would give this a good 10 out of 10. I mean, I would definitely have this again. Like,
yeah.
No problem for me.
This is usually like a go-to for me.
Go-to for a lot of people. And I actually didn't try them for the longest time.
I think I've only had the strawberry one time, so I didn't really remember how it was, but it's so good. It tastes like it's not overly too much. It's just
not,
like
and it's not
very
ultra
subtle,
creamy. It's like this nice, like loose icing.
and the pictures are just fun.
Yeah, good snack.
Yeah.
Typically, when I see these chips, it's almost always the shrimp flavor, which, like, I'm not into. I've tried to be into. Fish is not my thing. I saw these when I was at the store the other day. These are sweet chili flavor. So these are from South Korea. They're called O-Tube, and it's a potato-based like chip, and it's the flavoring to it is sweet chili. So it's kind of what the package looks like a little bit.
Sounds so fun.
Oh,
Korea's like so good with its spices.
they look much different than I thought they'd look. Look
Oh,
at that.
wow.
Look at
Yeah, that does not
they're like
look like
they're like fries.
hollow fries.
Hollow fries.
They don't even look like that completely on the pack. Well, I guess they do.
And I do
but
sweet chili's my jam. So
yeah.
sword fight.
Cross fries.
It's not as like crispy as a potato chip.
More on the sweeter side than the chili side. Very subtle.
You can taste like
It's good though.
You can taste like there's some chili powder in there. But they did go forward on the sweetness with this one.
Definitely like a good intro into some Korean flavors.
Let's see. Let's see, serving. It's like servings, 5 servings per container, carbohydrate 16. They're actually not bad. They're not terrible. So, like,
Yeah.
I love to snack, but sometimes it sucks when you're eating something that tastes really good and you can only have like 5 pieces of it, and you're like, oh no, that's it. I've hit my limit. With these, I feel like let's be honest. Let's say if I eat like half a package, I'm not gonna feel terrible about it.
Oh, definitely not. And they're really good.
Yeah, and I like that it wouldn't kill my blood sugar also.
Yeah.
But so
Good.
I just want to say
snack.
that even though it's hollow, I think per chip or per whatever, I feel like you get a good amount of substance. Like sometimes you eat like a little chip, you eat like one Dorito, and like how pleasing is one Dorito? But like there's a good amount of texture and chew, and it doesn't disintegrate right away.
Yeah, sometimes the Doritos, for example, just have too much like going on. This is a good balance. It's very balanced flavor on flavor.
Yeah,
notes.
that's a good. The flavor isn't like kick you in the face, like he said. Like it's not overwhelming. It's not like a flaming hot Cheeto. It's very
It's subtle, and it just it's the whole journey of the chip. It lasts.
very another thing with Asian snacks you'll notice is textures. And I really think that this is a home run on that aspect. I could see why the if you like seafood, I could see how the shrimp ones would be like. That would be like a staple in your cupboard.
They're not my favorite, but they are really good. The shrimp ones are really really good.
There you go. He's actually had them. So
I have not had these though, and these are awesome.
this just short response. I would give 10 out of 10. I'll probably get another bag of these. These are really good.
Yeah, I actually plan to get a bag. Yep. Awesome.
Beautiful. So we're going to do the first drink of the day. This is an amazingly popular drink. It's based out of Taiwan. Basically, a Taiwanese guy took influence from other sodas. And this one has no preservatives, no artificial ingredients. It is very simple in terms of like it doesn't have a lot of extras that are just when you think of like I'm sorry, but most American sodas are like you look at the description and it's mostly chemicals. So it does have apple juice in it. It's got some citric flavors as well. But this is a really soothing soda. Right now, could not be more appropriate, and that this is a fall. Like I mean, think
Absolutely,
about apple.
Yeah.
You think about apple juice. Think about apple cider.
I could see myself eating some apple cider donuts with this.
Oh my god! But it's a treat. Like I really, really do think I like to get this on special occasions.
It smells really clean. Like clean apple.
The other good thing about this is that the logo, like the what would you call the aesthetic of it, is very easy to see once and re-recognize.
That's good branding.
Yeah, well, I mean, it stands out because it's yellow. You see the apple in the center. Even if you got the Chinese writing, but you're like, I can tell this is apple.
You know what's up.
And if you've heard someone talk about it before, then you semi know what it is. One of the first times I had it, I think we were in New York City, and we went to Taiwan Bear House, which is a Taiwanese food place, and they had this. So, cheers, man.
Cheers to health.
It's also
and wealth
known
and
as
blessings, vitality.
It's known as also apple cedra. Not exactly sure where that one comes from, but
Like cider, cedra.
God, this is so fall-like. If you like cider, if you like...
It's like if cider and soda had a beautiful little baby.
It's really, really nice. It's not overly sugary. Like, it's not... It doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. It's got cane sugar and fructose. A lot of people see the name fructose and they start to freak out. But it really becomes a problem when it goes to the high fructose corn syrup. fructose itself isn't the worst thing in the
No.
world.
Well, the high fructose is shown to have small amounts of mercury in it, which I hear is bad for you.
which I hear. That's why people can't eat the fish out of Onondaga Lake. This is okay. So the other drink we're gonna do is technically my favorite soda, like of all time. But I will say that this is so unique to other sodas. Like there aren't many other apple sodas, and a lot of the carbonated apple drinks are typically alcoholic, which I don't really do.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's a bummer when I see someone drinking one of those like really nice, like like a hard ciders or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could have that. Technically, now you can.
You would think in New York though there would be more apple sodas, but yeah, there's not really that many. But this is a good for now.
The thing that I'll leave about this is that it's relatively, I wouldn't say easy to find. It's if you have an Asian market near you that really carries a large assortment of Asian stuff, I would check the freezer section, the refrigerated section, because it's a pretty well-known Asian good that a lot of nationalities enjoy. So if you were to find this, your only bet that I know of would be an Asian market. So
Apple Cedra.
Good luck. Taiwanese milk puffs.
Yeah.
So I've never had these, but I do love the idea of like little pastry puffs filled with cream. I mean, the Hello Panda is a good example of that.
Right.
These, I would say, I don't know if they're hard to find, but you'd have to go to an Asian market. Like I don't know if Walmart's carrying this one.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, it's basically a puff pastry with milk flavored filling.
Puffs of milk.
And one other thing that I read about it that was kind of interesting is that it said that it is sometimes used as a topping, or it's mixed with fruit and whipped cream.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, I got to taste
That's
it.
so
but
cool.
It does kind of, if they are what I'm thinking of, it does sound kind of cool.
They're kind of like eclairs.
Yeah, they're exactly like eclairs.
But you don't have to refrigerate them, which is interesting.
I know. Well, I think it's probably made with like milk powder.
All right.
Oh, crunchy.
Taken two.
Typical good Asian subtly sweet treat.
That's really fun. Wow.
Dude, if you mix this up with some berries and some whipped cream, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, these are really fun. There's a lot you could do with them. And they're really good by themselves, too.
Very, very simple, and these weren't expensive either. These of the things I got, this wasn't, I think it was $1.50.
They're very light.
You think about how much you pay for a candy bar or whatever, the Twix. I'd rather freaking have this. I like simple things like this also. Like, I mean, I get that it would be really good to add to stuff, but I have zero issues with this just by itself. I could put these away.
They have like a cookie crunch, and then like a wafer.
So first you get the crunch, and then once you chew it up a little bit and your saliva kicks in, the cream filling softens the crunchiness. It's really nice. No, these are again, this is another 10 out of 10. I would for sure.
I'm really loving all the snacks today.
I know.
So
I did good. I did good. I didn't have much time, so I was kind of worried, but by the time I ran around the store a couple times, I got a good collection of stuff. So,
how many puffs of milk till you feel the effects?
So, I mean, I would definitely recommend this to people. So, milk puff, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
This one has been not a staple in our house, but this is one that we get every time we go to the Asia food market. And there are many other brands of these, Like Chris hasn't had this brand before, but you've had.
I like the silver ones. That's what I was introduced to. I don't know. I just know they have a silver package, but they are. I just got
I have seen them. I don't think
a
I've
spot in my heart for those ones. So.
gotten them though. This actually, so this company, what is it, Kongguan? They actually have like a, at least at our Asia food market, they have a really great assortment of different kinds of like simple cookies like this. So this is like ultra simple. This is like just like a butter biscuit made with real coconut. This is phenomenal. If you have an upset stomach, these are incredible with tea.
They're one of my go-tos, at least the other brand.
And some people hear coconut and they go like, oh, that, but coconut can be like really overpowering. This is does not dominate your palate.
I'm excited to try it and find out.
And like, again, I have had these many times when I haven't been feeling well, and it's just great. Because it's simple. It chews down. There's no extreme flavors. But yeah, they're these like little toasty looking biscuits.
Ooh, they smell good. Coconutty.
Yeah, and they have these large crystal granules on top of them. These are actually a South Korean product, so widening the worldliness of these snackies.
Nice.
A very crunchy. This is more like a graham cracker texture.
Definitely.
Graham cracker texture, light coconut flavor, very buttery. Definitely really buttery.
But I feel like a little bit of a smoke, too. Like slightly.
Because they all have this nice little burnt edge to them. Like they really are like well done cookies.
Mm-hmm.
They're like as well done as you can be without burning a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's kind of like, you think of it, that's kind of a biscuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Whenever I see a biscuit referenced, it's typically something like that, like this. I highly suggest these, especially for people that like to have a snack with tea. There's a lot of people. A lot of people are really, really into having a snack along with their tea. Not necessarily like your, what do you call it, like your afternoon tea type style, but just some people like a little something to have, a little substance. Especially sometimes when you're drinking green teas or some fresh white teas. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's good because it helps with the absorption of the caffeine and stuff like that.
So you want the details? These are not as sweet, so I like the other ones more, but these ones have, I want to say, probably 4 grams less sugar. So they're really good, though.
Yeah. See, I like it. I really like subtly sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, if I want super sweet, then I really do go full throttle super sweet. But, yeah, I suggest these highly to people for any reason in their
Absolutely.
occasion.
Great snack. I feel like just consciously consuming it rather than unconsciously consuming it would be a big thing, or make it more of a celebratory thing.
So
we don't always have to drink alcohol when we celebrate. We just, maybe just a soda that one time.
Exactly. So that's what it ended up becoming. So I stopped drinking it like permanently for a while, like no soda. And then I started like, craving something like a special soda, not like a Coca-Cola, not like a Pepsi or Mountain Dew. Like I really like just, not just Asian drinks, but there was others that I really saw that taught me that it's not good for you, but that every now and then you can consume it. You shouldn't feel overly guilty for having a soda if you want one.
Consume it for your soul.
So this is, if I have to label it, this is my favorite soda. All-time favorite soda. So this is called Haesong Sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
And it is basically it's their version of a root beer. It's based off of Asian herbal tonic drinks. I know that it was one of the claims was digestion that it helped with. And I know that there's others as well, but I didn't want to get too far into possible health.
So sarsaparilla usually is like happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see.
So I've had this drink many, many times, and I will have it more. But Chris has never had this, but it is so up his alley that I can't wait to see his or how he feels about it.
Look at all that foam head.
And again, like you think about, like you have a special,
Oh, wow.
you have a gathering of people and you want to bring a special drink, but you don't drink alcohol. That's what some of this stuff can be great for.
This smells exactly like sarsaparilla rhubarb.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Wow.
It's rooty. It's earthy.
Wow.
There's a touch of fruitiness in it. Not overly carbonated. Really smooth and sweet and flavor like a root beer, but doesn't have that muddy feeling that,
No, it's
that
more
root beers can give your palate.
like a lightly carbonated sarsaparilla tea.
Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite drinks because it's sweet, but it really does have a genuine earthiness to it, which is something you really don't find in soda very often. It's something I really love about tea. So to have some of those same types of flavors that you sometimes get with like pu'er and stuff like that, to have that in a nice sweet carbonated beverage, that's for me, that's very enjoyable. Like again, I talked about like again, if you don't drink or it just say you do, like you said, you don't just don't feel like consuming alcohol at that current evening. You still want to, when you go to those gatherings, you want to have something special to sip on because it's that's kind of what we think of as a special occasion, is all having a little something extra to partake in. Something like this, I think, is a phenomenal thing for that. Again, I do not suggest you drink soda every day. I guarantee that will come to a problem at some point. But as a treat, I highly suggest trying this out.
And if you drink alcohol, this would be a pretty good mixer for a lot of like bourbon or smoky drinks.
Yeah, it's really true though. It's massively true. It really
Yeah.
is. Like you could, there's a lot.
This would be better than a Coca-Cola.
Get yourself some sarsaparilla. Last on our list of these table of goodies. So I don't know if this is at every Asian food mart, but at our Asian food mart, typically when you're cashing out, the owner has a tray of goods behind her. And as you're checking out, she'll just sort of take something and go, like, it'll be like, like green pepper, $1. And it's like, you don't really need it, but it's like it's sort of them trying to like get those extra sales so that stuff doesn't get wasted or whatever, which I totally freaking understand. A lot of people are strangely put off by it, but I mean, if I don't want whatever it is, then I just pass. But so I guarantee you, she saw me with all of these like sugary, like snackies and stuff. And she sort of looks over her shoulder and there's a bunch of these jars of candy. And she goes, "Candy?" And I was like, today I may as well. This is completely. This sounds good.
It's appropriate.
So it's strawberry flavored. It says cotton candy, but it's very clearly not cotton candy. It's more of a marshmallow. But I guarantee that's one of those. It's just one of those translation. Somewhere along the line, it got translated over, and they're like, we'll call it cotton. I mean, it doesn't. Technically, it's not. It's not the cotton candy we think of in the West.
Oh wow, it smells so
but
good.
I mean, this could be cotton candy to them. I don't know.
All right.
Cheers,
Cotton candy. It's got a strawberry goo like jelly center.
Oh, it does.
That's fun.
I like the strawberry flavor because it's like it tastes like strawberry. It doesn't really taste like candy flavoring.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is flavoring.
I know, but it tastes very, very close to a strawberry.
I want to see what they used for the flavoring. So there is concentrated apple juice in this.
The flavoring tastes very clean. That would be a fun s'more.
Well, I don't know if they'd. I don't know. I don't know if they'd. I don't know if they'd melt down the same or whatever.
I'm gonna take one more.
I was gonna say. I took them away and I was like, oh shit, I'm depriving him.
No
of the
more
good stuff.
for you.
You had enough. Like your mother now.
They
But yeah,
smell
these are-
so fun too.
They have a like a really nice like mouth juicy strawberry appeal to them. Like it just as soon as you smell it or as soon as your taste buds start to pick up on it, it's not an overwhelming amount of strawberry, but once it hits your palate, it's so you get a firm taste of strawberry.
Fall time hot cocoa. That would add a whole new like layer of interest to the flavor of the hot cocoa.
If you added one of these to hot cocoa, it would be stellar.
That's trending in the future now.
So yeah, it's just called Cotton Candy, and it's by Dong Lao Ban. So I don't know.
Said.
It's weird, but if you happen to see this at your Asia Food Mart, I don't know, grab one.
It's like a fun weird though.
Yeah.
It's a great weird.
It's not this wouldn't be an everyday buy for me, but I bought it and I don't regret buying it.
I actually didn't think I would like it very much, and I'm kind of a bit in love with it.
Mm-hmm. Very tasty.
So, really good.
Well, that was seriously quite the feast.
And that was delicious.
What were your favorites?
Wow. I did not think I would like all of the snacks as much as I like all of the snacks, to be honest. I think the milk puffs. I didn't think I'd like them at all, and they're probably definitely the next thing I'd probably grab next time I go to this.
And they're not
Asian food
they're not
mart.
expensive, which is pretty awesome. I mean, as I think about going down the list, I mean, I really did very, very much enjoy all of it. Again, I did mention it, but the strawberry stuff was like an extra buy. I don't know if I'd rush to buy another one, but I'm very pleased with what I have, and I will enjoy the rest of it. So that's...
I'm going to get
I
them
didn't
just
dislike
to
it.
get through the winter and do the hot chocolate thing
You
for
should.
sledding.
I think that would be, if you did throw that in hot chocolate, that would be quite something. The milk puffs, like you said, absolutely delicious. 100% snackable. And you could add this to, like I mentioned, like strawberries or just fruit and whipped cream and the ice cream. Like there'd be a lot of applications and outside of that, just knowing how good they are by themselves. Mm-hmm. The butter cookies I already gave you. They're 10, I highly suggest those. Both the drinks, absolutely love. The chips,
Awesome.
I think the chips were my favorite. I am 100% going to be buying these again. Like, I mean, I could seriously snack on these nonstop for quite some time and not get sick of them. I would suggest them all. I mean, if you can find them, search them out. Asia Food Marts are your best bet. The Hello Panda, though, much more accessible. If you live in a part of the country where they really you don't have many or any Asian markets, we forget how lucky we are to have outlets like that. If you can't, Hello Panda is that and Pocky and Haichu, which are 3 stellar Asian snacks.
Absolutely.
You can find those pretty much, like at Walmart for sure, I think carries all 3 of those. So I get it. I feel bad for you that don't have an Asian outlet for snacks, and you don't have international stores. But I will tell you that at even your local Walmart, you really can actually get an interesting hodgepodge of Asian snacks. So, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. It really, it's so corny, but it helps the algorithm. And I really am looking to take Unytea in a little bit more of a produced, more in-person show. So please say what you did like. You're more than welcome to say what you didn't like. Most importantly, though, keep drinking tea and, I don't know, be a good person.
And let us know what kind of snacks you'd like to see.
Yes.
Let's
I mean,
try,
because this isn't the end either.
yeah.
I have like 2 others already in my head for these
Absolutely
Asian snacks.
more food videos.
So, thank you guys very much. It's always a pleasure. with you, Chris.
Thank
I really
you.
want to thank George, our cameraman.
Yeah.
And
Best shirts.
until next time.